I know I keep being stuck on the topic of caramelized onions, but it's not my fault that you guys are leaving me such thought-provoking comments. Recently, I made a video about a very fast way to caramelize onions by steaming them first. I call this method steam then brown, or STB for short. And here's a question that came up. Do you really need a Teflon skillet for this method? America's Test Kitchen said yes. Many of my viewers said no. So the reason America's Test Kitchen and I use a Teflon skillet is that the steaming step makes the onions insanely sticky. In a stainless steel pan, we found that more browning was sticking to the pan than to the onions. Several of my viewers told me that this problem can easily be solved by repeatedly adding water to deglaze the pan and reintegrate all that fond back into the onions. I was concerned that adding water towards the end of cooking would produce somewhat watery results. But my #1 rule of cooking is don't knock it till you try it, and today we're going to try it. For our control batch, let's caramelize the onions using the STB method in a Teflon pan. In go the onions, water, oil, and salt. Stir well, cover, and cook on fairly high heat until all the water evaporates. This takes about 10 minutes, but I start checking them at 7 minutes to avoid burning. Okay, all the water is gone. Let's uncover the pan and start browning the onions. At this point, they brown very quickly and require very frequent stirring. I check them every 30 to 60 seconds. After you finish stirring, it helps to press them firmly into the bottom and sides of the pan. I've stirred them 6 times now, and they look beautifully brown. So let's drop the heat to low and finish them off with a pinch of salt and a splash of balsamic vinegar. The whole process took about 21 minutes. Now let's do the same thing in a stainless steel pan. This procedure is exactly the same until all the water evaporates and the onions start to brown. See how my pan is turning darker and darker? If I keep going, these brown bits will burn and won't do my onions any good. So let's add a couple of tablespoons of water to lift it off. Now my pan is lighter and my onions are darker. Let's leave them alone until they brown again. My onions are making progress, but my pan is very dark again. Let's add more water. I'm trying to use just enough water to pick up the fond, but not so much that my browning comes to a halt. We need one more deglazing. Let's wait to get more color. Okay, so I think we're almost there. Another deglazing or 2 should do it. Now they look nicely browned and I can do the final seasoning. In goes the salt and the vinegar, and those are some good-looking onions. The whole process took about 24 minutes, slightly longer than the Teflon Pan Batch. This makes sense. Every time I added water, I slowed down the browning, but this difference is very small. When I was done, I had to boil water in my stainless steel pan to lift off the remaining fond. And even after that, the stainless steel pan definitely took longer to clean, but that's par for the course. Let's taste both batches and see if there are any differences. Not that I can tell. Both batches are perfectly lovely, sweet, rich, and intense. Thanks, my dear viewers. Yet again, I've learned something useful from you. Just to sum up, my old way of caramelizing onions is still the tastiest, in my opinion, if you are using them in a dish that needs more richness. It does require a stainless steel pan, lots of oil, and at least 35 minutes of cooking. STB method with continuous deglazing in a stainless steel pan requires less oil and can save you at least 10 minutes of cooking time. STB method with a non-stick skillet can save you 15 minutes of cooking time and at least 5 minutes of cleanup. I don't know what my next video is going to be, but I promise it won't be about caramelized onions. Here are more thought-provoking culinary videos for you to check out, and if you are ever in the Boston area, maybe I'll see you in one of my classes.